So as you can see by the title, today's video is going to be a Q&A. So I posted on my Instagram that I wanted to do a Q&A just so I guess I could post a video so you guys could get to know me more, or maybe some things that people already know me that they don't know about me. So I only got 13 questions, which is fine. So let's get into it. So the first question says, what is your advice to gain confidence? Whenever I looked at this question, I was a little puzzled because sometimes I would say it's hard to give advice about gaining confidence if your confidence isn't as strong in yourself. But I feel like now, today, my confidence is definitely has enticed. And I only say that because if my confidence wasn't, I can't even explain it. If my confidence wasn't where it is now, I would not be on YouTube right now. And I think something that helped me gain confidence is setting goals for myself and actually doing those goals and getting them done and seeing the progress, and not just saying I'm going to do something and not do it. And sometimes with trying to gain confidence, you can't worry about what the people are saying in the background. You have to focus on you and do what's best for you, because that's the only person that you're trying to gain this confidence for. So this next question says, what made you want to start a YouTube channel? So personally, I have been wanting to start a YouTube channel for about at least 7 years. And I wanted to start a YouTube because I love being in front of the camera. I love talking. I just love showing new things, and I love just creating content. I just feel like I should have been started a YouTube channel, but the confidence that I was lacking in made me not want to start it. Next question. So this question says, how did you and your boyfriend meet? So I met my boyfriend. His name is Delmar, but his nickname is Del, D-E-L, not like D-E-L-L like the computer, and not D-A-L-E like Dale. His name is Del, D-E-L. But I met my boyfriend in high school. We met at J-Town High School. We met, it was his freshman year and it was my sophomore year. And that was in 2011. So it is now 2023 and it's still my man, my man, my man. It says, what is the best and most challenging part about being an entrepreneur? Okay, so let's start with the most challenging, because it's a lot of challenging things when it comes to being an entrepreneur. And I think one of the biggest, the most challenging part for me about being an entrepreneur is having the confidence to keep going. I've had multiple, I wouldn't say multiple, but I've had a couple drops where no one bought anything and I just wasted my money, but I still had a fun time doing the photo shoot, putting the content out there, posting everything. So I think the most challenging part is still having the confidence to go, even if someone or anyone shops that collection. Just keep going. And it says the best part about being an entrepreneur, I would say you meet a lot of people, you do different things. I think one of the things that I like the most about being an entrepreneur is it helped me step out of my box, because I'm not really I wasn't really like a talkative person, and I would get nervous and be scared to talk to people. But now when I see somebody and they either I have on my brand or I see somebody with my brand, I'm like, you know, I'm excited. I have the most to say. And another thing that, actually, I'm just going to end that there. Another question says, biggest downfall and highest point you've experienced as an entrepreneur. I would say my biggest high point is this was about maybe like a year and a half ago. I dropped my first winter clothing line, and within like the first 2 hours of my drop, I had already made back what I spent and like literally more. And I was so happy because I was thinking like, I don't know, whenever I first drop something, my intentions aren't like, oh, I'm gonna sell out, I'm gonna sell out. It's always like, I just hope someone buys something, because I'm just more realistic rather than delusional. But sometimes it's good to be delusional. And the biggest downfall, I would say, as being an entrepreneur is, I guess, expecting people to support you, like family and friends. You think that they're going to support you, and in reality, I think I shouldn't have focused on that. I think I should focus on getting myself out there and get myself out there to people who don't know me. So it says, this really isn't a question, but I'm still going to answer it. It says, do a story time on how you and your boo met. So I already said in a question, like a couple questions ago, that we met in 2011. So one day, well, I'll go back a little bit farther. So I moved in with my grandma in 2011. And whenever I moved, I had to change schools. So I went from Central, well, no, that's a lie. I went from Iroquois High School to J-Town. But before I went to Iroquois, I went to Central. But anyway, so one day I was at my aunt's house, and she lives in these like apartments in J-Town. And I was walking like in the apartment complex, and I seen this guy. He was like dark skinned, he had a fro, he had on a J-Town hoodie, and he had on like some earphones, like not like the earphones that go like Beat headphones. And I seen him, and I was like, he's cute, he's fine. But when I first seen him, I really thought he was really attractive, but he didn't say anything. Like, he didn't try to approach me, he didn't try to talk to me. And really, it was kind of different, because it's usually like the guy coming up and talking to you, trying to pursue you, but really it was the other way around. I was chasing him, and I got him, which I knew I would, but it just took a look. So another question another question that someone asked, it says, what are red flags for you on the first date with someone? Well, personally, I haven't had a first date in a really long time, like a really long time. But if I was to go on a first date with my man, some red flags that would stand out to me, if you're on your phone a lot, if you're not really conversating, talking back with me, but you have a lot to say over text, I think that's a red flag. Probably trying to make the first date at my crib instead of trying to take me to a place or trying to invite me to your house. And one more thing, another red flag, I feel like if you're out with a man and he's like too touchy-feely, I just feel like if you're just now meeting me and you're all on me, I don't really think that's attractive. I feel as if that shows that you can't keep your hands to yourself. You can't control. So those are a few personal red flags for me. So this question says, what is your inspiration? Hold on. Quick intervention. So whenever I seen this question, I was kind of puzzled, because I don't think I really have an inspiration, which may sound bad, but I think I have goals, and I feel like I know where I want to be, and I feel like that inspires me to go harder and to also just go reach my goals. So I think that's probably like the best way that I could explain it. So this next question says, how do you come up with new creative ideas for your clothing line? So I would say that something that helps me come up with new ideas is putting myself, like taking myself out of my body and thinking like, what would I want to wear for this next season? Something that's like new, something that I haven't seen. And I think that kind of helps me think of creative ways to come up with things, is really putting myself in another pair of shoes. Which really doesn't make a lot of sense, but I think that's one of the ways that I come up with ideas. So this next question is like it's kind of long. It says, how do you manage working a full-time job, running your clothing business, and vlogging? Well, for starters, I have no choice but to work my full-time job, but my job really isn't a lot of hard labor because I work into sales and marketing with senior living. So I would say it is a full-time job, but I'm very multi-talented. So I feel like that helps me run all the things that I need to. And I feel like I'm also responsible, and I feel like being responsible and organized helps me keep everything intact, and everything, when I know I need to do this, this, and this, it's all planned out. Write everything down. Don't go with the flow. Going with the flow is never safe. And it also says running my clothing business. So with my clothing business, it's kind of hard, but I work in between my breaks. Maybe sometimes I may have downtime at work that I'll be able to like maybe draw out a sketch or something like that. And with vlogging, which is something that I just added into my life, well, that's actually a lie. I would say that adding vlogging in my life has made it a little bit harder, but this is something that I want to do, so I think it just keeps me going even though it's a lot at once, if that kind of makes sense. What is your ultimate goal for JIU? JIU stands for Jazz It Up, and Jazz It Up is my clothing brand that I started in 2020. But my ultimate goal for JIU, I know I don't want to be in like a mall or anything, but my ultimate goal is I do want to have a store. And in this store, I want it to be cozy wear, but also things that you can wear when you go to the club or go to the airport. Really everyday wear, and whenever you want to put that shit on, that's my ultimate goal and the end all. So this next question says, what made you want to start your butterfly business? So my business, well, I wanted to start my business because, well, really to start, why the butterfly is because someone very close to me passed away, my aunt, and I got a tattoo. I'll show you this. I got on the brand now. I got a tattoo in her remembrance. And once I got the tattoo, it just made me want to wear something. But I didn't want to get like a RIP shirt or something spray painted. So I was thinking like maybe I can just make a crop top, because I love to wear crop tops. It's just my thing. So during COVID, I seen these butterfly patches on Amazon, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy some crop top shirts and I'm going to sew these butterflies on here. And I was just like, I like accessories. So I got like these sun visor hats, and I sewed the butterfly on the hat, and I also sewed it on the shirt, on the like on the straps, and then also one in the middle. And the reason why I named it Jazz It Up, because I feel like even though I like to wear like simple stuff, I like to add to it, so it's like Jazz It Up. So with the butterfly, it's really because of my aunt, and I just made it more. And the reason why I made it more and into a business is because growing up, my aunt, she really believed in me, and we didn't get to spend as much as time on earth that I would like. So I feel like with this business, it's in a way of carrying her legacy on and just continuing to have her here without having her here. Another question is, what made you start JIU? Which I just kind of previously mostly answered in my last question. So let's go to the next question. Another question says, what made you start JIU? How do you stay motivated? So I've already previously explained what made me want to start my business. And I stay motivated because, well, what helps me stay motivated is not meeting this goal that I want to reach. So it's like, I'm not going to stop until I reach this goal. And it's like, once I reach a goal, it's like another goal. So I just feel like that helps me stay motivated. Knowing that I haven't reached the goal that I ultimately want to reach keeps me motivated, because I'm never going to stop until I reach that goal. And I feel like once I reach a goal, I like to go higher. So it's like the goals never stop. So I feel like that keeps me motivated. It just keeps me going. It just makes me want to elevate more and more. So the last question says, what made you want to be a content creator? Well, I've been wanting to be a content creator for a long time. I have videos where I've been to like out of town with my friends, and I'm like, welcome back to my vlog channel. This is day 3 or day 2 of Miami or wherever I've been. And like, I'm always pretending like I was vlogging. And I also have that footage. I may or may not post it one day. I probably will. I even have footage like from 2016 of me and my boyfriend. Like, it's more so me pretending like we have this YouTube channel, and it's just like me in my head like we already have a YouTube, but I really don't. But I think I needed to do that to give me the confidence to actually do it. I feel like I was being delusional, but I feel like delusional really turned into reality, because you're watching my YouTube video now, and I feel like without that delusion, I probably wouldn't be making this video. So I just want to say thank you. If you are here, like, comment, and subscribe. This is a small part of me just letting the people get to know me more. I would love to do this again, maybe a question and answer with my boyfriend, or maybe just comment ideas of things that you guys would like to see, maybe things you would like to know about me. Just let me know.